there are big moves happening. This industry is trying to produce three things at once. We're trying to get more and more devices onto the internet, and our scaling factors is now not twice as big or 10 times as big. We try to scale this by a factor of 1 million or so, 1 million times bigger. This is massive when you think of the amount of silicon out there. We want it to be faster, really fast, right? And we want it trustworthy. So bigger, faster, better. Now, for the DNS, the issue comes, how do I get you good answers quickly? And part of the evolution now is to actually make the DNS more subtle. Rather than just asking the DNS, I want to go to google.com, tell me an IP address. You actually say to the DNS, I would like to connect to the web server at www.apnic.net. And you actually say that to the DNS, a service request. And the DNS will come back saying, I think you want to use the quick protocol. I think you want to use this encryption. You might want to use this key for your server name indication. Here's all of the mechanisms, not just the IP address, that let you perform a rendezvous. Why do I do that? Why do I add all this extra information to the DNS? So that you can start sending data one round trip time later. So instead of toing and froing, how should I do this? What sort of encryption should I use? You know, what's the weather? What's the time of day? Where are we? All that kind of stuff, which takes an age. Inside one transaction, query response. My next packet is to that service, the service that I wanted to go to anyway, using a profile that matches the service characteristics of where I want to go. So what we're seeing in the DNS is actually making it richer and actually putting more in the query, what I intend to do, so that we can get more in the answer. Now, at the same time, because that's sensitive information, because I'm telling the world what I'm about to do in the next millisecond, you know, whoops. And maybe I shouldn't get too many people looking over my shoulder at that point, because if they can jump in fast, I'm in deep, deep trouble. So the other part of this work is goes under the general umbrella of DNS privacy. How can I make sure that that conversation about intent is not broadcast to the world at large? I could be on Wi-Fi. You could be listening. How can I stop that? And the other part of this is actually to improve the privacy aspects of the DNS, to make sure those really sensitive conversations about intent actually have some integrity and aren't just telling everyone, you know, hey, hack me here. I'm right here. I'm about to do this. Send packets this way, which would be a bad thing.